UFC Fight Night 254 just ended literally just like 2 minutes ago, 1 minute ago, and I just want to give my post-fight reaction to it because overall I didn't even make a prediction video just because this card was so shit. Like, not only was I busy, but I just thought the card was so shit that I didn't even bother making a prediction video. And I guess I was a little bit wrong because there were actually like a decent amount of finishes in this card. So check it out. We'll go through the prelims all the way to the main card real quick. What fight do we had? We started out with women's MMA, skip that over. Women's MMA again, skip that over. Daniel Barrez versus Andre Lima, that was a submission. Women's MMA fight again, skip that over. Yeah, as you can see, I'm definitely a bit of a hater. Carlos Vera with Justin Munoz win another submission. Then you got a decision by Yu So Young, the bantamweight division. Then you had Ryan Spann lose to a pretty much like a no-name, Waldo Cortez Acosta. Well, he's not really that much of a no-name because he's got like 11 wins and 1 loss, which is impressive. But damn, man, Ryan Spann, you got beat up at like almost like an NPC heavyweight. Like, I know he's not really like one of those like unranked and like creative fighter guys you fight in like UFC 5 or whatever, like those random creative fighters you guys that you just fight. But damn, Spann, you out here losing to like random UFC creative character generators, man. That's fucked up. I think Spann should just hang him up at this point. I mean, it doesn't take that much skill to be like top 10 or top 5 at heavyweight, but yeah, it's not a good idea when you're losing to, I don't even know if Waldo Cortez is like ranked. I think he is. I think he's ranked like number 12. I might be wrong. But it just tells you, man, maybe right now is shit, and how shit is Ryan Spann if he's out here losing to like barely ranked heavyweights. Anyways, to the main card, Choi Wong Soo Wang, I butchered that, versus Kevin Valujas, KO. I can't even pronounce this guy's name. DR versus Brandon Rivero, submission. Damon Blackshear, submission. See, my problem is with these fights, these literally are just a bunch of fucking names I never heard once in my life. Like, I'm not even being like full on casual right now. I never heard of these guys once. If you told me they were making their UFC debut, I'd probably believe you. This is one fighter they recognize. Alexander Hernandez versus Kurt Holobaugh, which was actually a good fight. That was probably the second best fight in the card. I might have missed out like an earlier fight. Then there was the Cheetah versus Alazo dos Santos. Where that was an alright. I didn't watch it fully because I was a little bit busy, unfortunately, doing it at the time. But it was okay. And to the main event, and really the only fight that actually matters, because the rest of these fights don't really have any stakes at all. It was just a bunch of bullshit. It was Vettori versus Roman Dolidze. Now, Dolidze won by decision, and I thought he won 3 rounds to 2. So I gave Vettori the first round. I gave Dolidze the second round. I gave Vettori the third round. I gave Dolidze a clear 4th round, and then I gave him the 5th round again. And you could even make the argument for Dolidze Roman 4, like 4-1. But man, I'm thinking about the first MMA video I made, which was if Marvin Vettori should retire or not. And after his comeback, should he? I mean, how are you out here losing to Dolidze? Like, I know Dolidze's not that bad. He only has 15 wins, 3 losses, and I think 3 of those losses are in the UFC. I could look up his record just to be sure. I think one of his losses is actually from before the UFC, but even then, you know, 2 losses in the UFC, depending how many fights he has, isn't really that bad. So let me check it out. All right, his first loss was in the UFC. Second loss was to Vettori. Third loss was to Imavov, my majority decision. So Imavov was deducted 1 point in round 4 due to an illegal soccer kick. So actually, if you got deducted 1 point, he still lost the fight. That's bad. You know, Dolidze's not actually that bad now that I think about it, considering his losses. Losing to Vettori is a little bit concerning, but it's not really that concerning. And you know, he just avenged his win, so technically it's not really that bad if you avenge it. Now he only has 2 losses, which is to pretty much like a no-name guy, and then the Imavov. And the Imavov is literally like the number 2 title contender right now. The only person I think deserves a title more than Imavov is Hamza Chimaev. There's a bit of a logjam at 185 too, with that whole Chimaev Imavov thing. Like, I think Chimaev deserves a title shot, and then you give it to Imavov. And there's gonna be a bit of a logjam. What do you do with both of these guys now that Vettori and Dolidze just had their fight? Well, I think we can look at the stats right now, the rankings, and we can see what we can do, like UFC middleweight rankings. But Vettori, I'm a little bit confused on Vettori, honestly. I don't know what you do with him at the moment. Do you just give him like a bum? Like, I don't know what you do with him. Like, what do you guys think? Let me look at the middleweight rankings. UFC middleweight rankings. All right, let's look at this right here. Athlete rankings. No, I don't want athlete rankings. I just want the middleweight ones. So if we take a look at the division, we can see what's next for Vettori. And Vettori is number 8. He's probably going to get bumped down to like 12 or 11 now that he just lost. I think on Monday, that's when like the rankings get restarted. So I think what you can do is you can maybe put him against like Roman Kipilov. I don't know if he has a fight book, or Michel Pereira. Does Michel Pereira has a fight book? I think what you can do is you can book Vettori against one of those guys, or you can just put him against Brendan Allen, who just lost. That's a good fight. And what do you do with Roman Dolidze? Dolidze is ranked number 12. He's probably going to steal Marvin's spot at number 8. I don't know if Hernandez has a fight booked. If Anthony Hernandez has a fight booked... Actually, no, I think Hernandez versus Cannonier is what you make right now. Or Hernandez versus Kyle Baraujo. But then again, Whitaker doesn't have a fight book. So it's like, the middleweight rankings are a little bit of a mess right now. But there's tons of fight that you can make in the middleweight division, in my opinion. I just don't know who's booked at the moment, who's not booked. Like, I know the Ritter is going to be fighting Bo Nickel. But I don't know what's going on with Roman Kipilov. I don't know what's going on with Michel Pereira or Costa. I don't know what's going on with Anthony Hernandez or Robert Whitaker. Like, these fights, I think some of these fights might have got announced and I just forgot about them. Because here's the thing, I do forget sometimes, which is a bit of a casual thing. But I just don't think that these fighters are booked. And I'm just going to say that they're not, because I can't think of I don't know how many fights you can book. I don't know what you can book. But I think Dolidze, right? Let's just book it right now. I don't know if people are already booked. What I think you do right now with Dolidze is you give him maybe like maybe Cannonier or Hernandez, or you do Hernandez versus Whitaker. But then again, there's Baraujo. It's just weird. I'll just say this. I think Dolidze versus like Cannonier or Hernandez is a good fight. And I also think that Vettori, what you do with Vettori is you give him Brendan Allen or you give him Michel Pereira. I think those are two really good fights. And do I think that Vettori should still retire? Because I know, like, my first video ever on this channel was if Marvin Vettori wants to retire or not. He was saying, oh, maybe I have, like, 1-2 more fights and then I retire. Well, you just have one more fight. Do you still want to have one more? Here's the thing. If he loses 2 in a row, then, yeah, I think he calls it a career. I don't even know what Vettori's been fucking doing. Like, I don't know if he was recovering from the Jared Cannonier fight, like if he had surgery or some shit like that, like an injury. But it just seems like he was doing nothing for like the longest time. I think it was like 1.5 years that he fought Cannonier. It's been a while. And in terms of predictions, I actually didn't even make a prediction for this fight. Like, not even the main event. Here's the thing. It wasn't until the main event literally just started, like 4 seconds into the fight, that I made a prediction. And even though, like, I was feeling like Dolidze was going to win, for some odd reason, I just fucking picked Vettori, which is stupid of me. It's probably because, like, his Italian heritage, I'm just a little bit biased. Because, you know, I'm just, like, I don't know, I'm like 10%, 5% Italian, some bullshit like that. It doesn't even matter. But I'm just biased against them. And it was a mistake, because I was feeling like Dolidze was going to win, like, the entire fight leading up. But then, like, all right, who should I pick? Fight starting. I still haven't actually made my prediction. Oh, fuck it, I'll just go with Vettori. Yeah, that was a mistake. Don't be like me. Anyways, there wasn't really a bunch of stakes connected to this fight card. I don't really see like any storylines going in. Like Ryan Spann got knocked out by NPC heavyweight. Anthony Hernandez is continuing his win streak. Dolidze is fighting. I don't know how. I think he's like in a 4-fight winning streak. I don't know what kind of winning streak Dolidze is on. I think Vettori should fight down. If he loses again, then yeah, he should call it over career, since he already admitted that he wants to like maybe retire if he loses like 2 more fights, or I think it was after 2 free fights. And if he sees that he's going anywhere, then he's just gonna call it a career. And I think with Dolidze, you know, book him against maybe Anthony Hernandez or Baraujo or Whitaker, like he said in the post fight. So we'll see what happens. You never know. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. Just wanted to keep it maybe short, under 10 minutes. And honestly, I didn't even make a prediction for this video, like I said, because I thought the card was too weak, and it was. But next card is going to be a little bit better, I think. We can look it up really quick. UFC. What is the next card? Next card is, let me see right here. Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady. Jan Blachowicz versus Carl Zoberg. Gunnar Nelson versus Kevin Holland. Molly McCann versus Alexander Telharden. Jordan McCoon. So there's like 3 decent fights here. Holland is fighting, Jan Blachowicz is fighting, and Leon Edwards. 3 decent fights. That card's definitely going to be better than this one, just off of name value alone, and I'm excited for that one. That one I'll definitely make a prediction video. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. If you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.